And we are into the final straight of the part 3 of what went wrong at Leicester City this season. Let's get straight into it. The first thing we do after we've lost, again, just to recap on the last one we lost to, which was the Arsenal 1-0 defeat at home. We go away to Southampton now. This run of games we're going to go through: Southampton, Chelsea, Brentford, Crystal Palace, Villa, Bournemouth, Man City, Wolves, Leeds, Everton, Fulham, Liverpool, Newcastle, West Ham. Should have been the game where we were like, right, okay, forget what's happened. This is the time we start to pick up points. The form seems to have fallen off a cliff once again. Tete doesn't look like he's good. Suter, Christensen looks like he's not coming out at this point in time as well. Going Southampton 1-0 and we lose away. Just at that point, we're going, right, relegation's on the cards, boys. Even though it's been a lot of the season, every game seems to be more and more consistency that this is going to come true now. Then we go into the next game, Chelsea. We lose 3-1, considering Chelsea have just been dire all season under Graham Potter. Somehow they come to Leicester and we bend over and we just give them 3 points. Kai Havertz scored. That's how bad that we were in that game. Again, no desire, no passion, no mentality, no bottle. The team in the ground, there was just airs of not even booing, not even cheering, not even just apathy. Just I don't know what to say. And it was like that for long periods of the game. Even if I take it back to, I want to say another one was the 1-1 against Brighton last season, where it was the same thing. People just shocked. People just don't know what to say. Top wasn't there as well. Are you just kind of watching there from the background, not doing anything as well? Bored again, just letting these things happen. After that, we've got Crystal Palace, where we went 1-0 up and we end up losing 2-1 Mateta in the last minute. Again, bottling mentality once again. After that, Villa, we lose 2-1. Actually, well, we'll come back to that. Brendan Rodgers was sacked at that point. Apparently, I mean, if you look at the official club tweet and statement, Brendan Rodgers separates with Leicester City. And leaves by mutual consent. I personally believe that they didn't have somebody lined up. Look at the way we left Claude Puel. We fired Claude Puel, and we had somebody else to come in the backside in Brendan Rodgers as the next person going forward. I think he left. I think he goes, I can't do this now. And up to that point, other teams have just been given up at that point. They've just Brentford 1-1. I think just before that, as well. Another game where we kind of tried and nothing really happened. And this was the point where Brendan Rodgers left, and we go, this is our time now to get somebody else in and just refresh. We went into the game against Villa. We showed a little bit more fight. Ndidi gives a ball away, and it was a brilliant shot that goes in, and we lose again. Mentality's on the floor. Next game, Bournemouth. We have to get a win. Lose 1-0. We could have been more from Bournemouth. Well, Daniel Leverson has started to come in at this point and started to keep us in games. I think he came in from the Brentford game in that one. It's just rubbish after rubbish at this point. I get really just down thinking about it, but I'm committed to doing this now. Then after that, the Bournemouth game, still no manager at Villa as well, which shows you again there was no option. It was like, okay, now what? Are we getting Dean Smith? Now, there's a lot of criticism I've seen from outside fans going, Dean Smith, why'd you get in Dean Smith? The fact it was John Terry to do the defensive work, which eventually didn't work, and Craig Shakespeare. If that was done earlier, we stay in the Premier League. Genuinely, wholeheartedly believe that. If we do that at Christmas, we stay in the Premier League. Then Everton go down and we stay. This is our own doing. The board decided not to act. They decided to just let the manager say what he wants, and they're just going to go, it's not my problem, when it's exactly their problem. We as fans are calling for the board to say something. We're calling for them, and they just don't respond. They say nothing. Then after that, we've got the Man City game, which again go 3-0 on at half time. It's Erling Haaland. That is Erling Haaland. Then we look at again the 1-0. We scored 1 against Ian Ash. We could have had a couple more, but we didn't quite get these opportunities away. After that, we actually go and we win for the first time, what feels like for absolutely forever since that Tottenham game. We win at Wolves. We actually put in a performance. for the majority of the game, which was getting crazy to think about. Wolves, we end up winning 2-1 by going 1-0 behind. And again, just going, wow, like we actually, again, we've started to see this team gel. If we can use momentum, and thinking at that time, Wolves leads Everton, if we can pick up 9 points in there, we're safe, we're good. And that would have been enough to keep us up. But no, we end up drawing next game against Leeds, our relegation rivals. Well, our fellow relegation will be in the Championship with us next year. Bamford missing a sitter, so we could quite lucky we only got a point from that game. Everton, the game afterwards, should have been 3-1 up. Jamie Vardy and Maddison misses a penalty. We end up drawing that game 2-2. I think after going 2-0 up as well, should have been enough to put the game to bed. Then after that, Fulham, with a just disgusting performance of the players, didn't seem like they care, not bothered, and 5-3 to a team that had lost so many times. And listen to people go, yeah, Fulham, any time somebody plays Fulham, they'll win. Fulham had nothing to play for. They weren't going for Europe. They were happy with mid-table. It's exactly at the time that you want to be playing them. 4 games from the end of the season, they're on the beach. They put 5 past us. 5. After that, Liverpool 3-0. We turn up a little bit for 10 minutes, and then 10, 15, 20 minutes, and then they get their first goal. And then that's the first game that season that I've watched that I just went, I'm not doing this anymore. I want to go to sleep. It's not. I was jet lagged from the day. I was just busy the weekend before. I just want to go to bed. It's not worth it. It's not worth watching this crap football. I'm not interested. And then Newcastle 0-0, and then the West Ham game 2-1. We actually win. Too late. We're relegated. So what can we learn from this? We can learn that the board needs to grow a pair, and you need to. From what we've heard, the training ground is too nice. Everything is too good. The team just, and we're hearing the complacency from the board. Oh, it would have been okay. We're planning for an Asian Cup that starts when the Championship does. The team was expected to be in the Premier League. They're taking money out against 2022, 2024, and 2025 season to be in the Premier League. It just stinks, man. There's no guarantee that we come back next season. We don't have a manager. We don't have a board. I do not trust. John Rudkin is the director of football, but he's also doing stuff with the water polo and all this other, the horse racing and crap like that. And is that going to change for next season? Probably not. So we might be in the same position next year as well. The Championship's unforgiving, man. It's unforgiving. I watched half my time in the Championship, the Leicester City. Pathetic what we did. Pathetic. We go again. I still support the club. Still going to be making content for the channel. It'd be nice, actually nostalgic, to meet some of my friends and fans that are going to different clubs and try and bring you new match vlogs and things like that as well. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you for sitting through all 3 parts of this. And we'll see you all in the next video. So goodbye.